bring in Mark Wahlberg. Let's see. What's the latest movie? This guy never stops. The Transformers, The Last Night. It hits theaters next Wednesday, June 21st. Where are you right now?
Right now, I'm in New York City. I'm heading out of the country today. I'm on a worldwide promo tour for Transformers. Talk about the fifth installment.
Did you?
This historic franchise. And my daughter's in the city. She wanted to come, and then we were going to try to come there. But she's having a bit of a lie-in. She likes to sleep till noontime now.
Did you get the pictures that I sent you?
Yes.
I thought that was a pretty fun day, different day, strange day for you, and you did rap that day, and your daughter was cringing at you, but I thought you might enjoy the pictures.
I never had more fun than I did that day doing an interview promoting a movie.
It was fun.
I challenged her to a battle to go back. She just, barely glanced up from her phone, rolled her eyes, and then, didn't even verbally respond.
Oh, but didn't she lose her phone that day? Didn't you take her phone away?
She did, yeah. She's lost it many times since then. There was a good 5-month stretch where she didn't see that thing.
Is she more like you or your mom, or her mom?
I would say that she's more like her mom, but I think it would be better answered by somebody, a neutral party.
Did you watch the 30 for 30 on the Celtics and the Lakers? Did you see that? I know your brother did the voiceover.
I haven't seen it yet, but I lived it. I can't wait to see it. But I lived it. I would keep telling my sons, that's right there. That's my childhood. Those are the greatest sports memories that I have. That era.
Did you ever get into those? How old were you back then? 11, 12?
Yeah, in the 80s. Yeah, I was born in 71. So, no, I never went to a game. Never. We'd watch on TV. We'd go to the Garden. We'd be hanging out down there. I applied, actually, for a ball boy position when I was really young. Never even got a response. I just wanted to get whatever free Celtics gear I could get.
I was going to say, they weren't going to let you in the building as a ball boy back then.
No, they wouldn't let anybody in the building.
Did you have a decent game back then? Did you even care about playing basketball, or did you just love watching?
Oh, I played every day. No, I played every day. I mean, we'd shovel snow on the schoolyard just to be able to play ball. I wore nothing but shorts through many a winter. And I played at the boys' club, played on the traveling teams, played CYO. I mean, I played a lot of ball.
But when you
BNBL, Boston Neighborhood Basketball League.
When you and DiCaprio played in Basketball Diaries, now you said he had a decent game back then, but who was better back then?
Oh, I was better, but I was also a different kind of player, But no, I think I think it's fair to say that I was a better basketball player than him.
But he still plays, doesn't he?
I don't know. I think he had a knee surgery. He used to come up to my house. We would have barbecues at my house every weekend. And him and Kevin Conley and Chucky Pacheco and all those guys, Vinny, would all come to my house, and they'd play us every weekend. And then we'd have a barbecue and stuff at my house. We'd play full court, and then it just got bigger and bigger. We'd turn into like a pool party after. But that went on for a couple summers.
Did that inspire Entourage at all?
We were already kind of doing it. Kevin, it's funny because Kevin would come to my house, and then that the whole kind of thing did, what really inspired it was those guys my buddies wanting to follow me around with a video camera and film me and my guys. And I was like, absolutely not. I wouldn't incriminate myself like that. And then we said, okay, why don't we do something scripted? And Lev and I talked about it. Then we brought Doug Ellen, and he kind of would come up to the house and hang out as we play ball and all that stuff, and hang out me and all my guys. And then he started writing the pilot. And then I convinced Kevin to audition for the part because he was reluctant at first.
Oh, okay. So this wasn't based off. I thought it was based off your kind of entourage, and
it was me and my guys. But then as we started to put it together, it was like, okay, we wanted to do Boston guys, but finding 4 guys that all did Boston really well was difficult. So then we were like, okay, let's make it New York. And then the most difficult thing was finding a guy who was believable as a star. Because if you find a guy who had all the movie star qualities, chances are he was already a movie star. So we then said, okay, instead of finding guys who would, beat the crap out of each other and then be boys, we hired Adrian. We thought Adrian would be a great part, and he's kind of more of a Leo, kind of laid back guy than a street guy like me. So that's kind of how the casting process and it happened. But initially, yeah, it was based on me and my guys.
He's
and even the real E and Turtle and all those guys and my guys and Ari, of course.
He's Mark Wahlberg. Transformers: The Last Night hits theaters next Wednesday, June 21st. Back to the appearance with your daughter. Are you done rapping? That's not going to happen anymore?
Nope. Only in your studio.
That's it.
Live when I'm feeling it.
You don't miss it though.
No. Sometimes you miss the freedom of being irresponsible and showing up late or not showing up at all. But, I'm 46 years old and, I'm pretty lucky in being disciplined and focused and having a routine. All those things have benefited me quite nicely. So
when were you at your least responsible?
Oh, 19, 18, 17, 18, 19, 20 through the 30s.
Through the 30s?
Well, so little Ella came into the world.
Man. Oh, so fatherhood got you.
Yeah. I mean, I was disciplined when it came to work. Like, once I had an opportunity to make movies, I knew that I needed to be more prepared than anybody. So I would do that, but then I could still do that and then sleep 45 minutes and go back to work and shoot another 12-hour day.
What would you think of?
And the resting.
What do you think of LeBron? If LeBron ended his career in Los Angeles for his brand, how do you think that would go over basketball community if he played for the Clippers? Let's say the Lakers.
Look, I'm a firm believer. I was just talking about Jimmy Butler today, and the Celtics, would pick somebody in the draft or trade the pick to get a couple of stars. I would rather see that, a Jimmy Butler or Paul George, somebody coming to LA. But these guys have to go into Boston. They have to go where they want to go. I always felt I was always comfortable with Kevin Durant making that decision to go to the Warriors. So, I think LeBron's going to be successful wherever he goes and whatever he does, in basketball and after basketball. But, I think, I get it. It's a business, I'd love to see all those guys. I think they look better in green than yellow. But I think whatever they want to do, it's fine. I get it. I understand.
But are your kids, your boys Laker fans?
No. My son, they're Celtics fans.
Oh.
My son likes the Knicks because he likes Carmelo, and that was his first intramural basketball team. He played for the Knicks. So, he's walked around my house with an A-Rod jersey. And he kind of always goes against the grain. But they all ultimately root for the Celtics. But, my son, when the finals was on, my youngest boy, he was rooting for the Cavs, and my wife and my other son wanted the Warriors, and they wanted KD to win. So, but I think ultimately, no, it's all Patriots and Celtics. Baseball, they have no interest.
Did you have a conversation with your wife after Giselle went on the CBS Morning Show with Charlie Rose and talked about Brady having concussions, including one this past season? Because I was that a topic that you would have had with your wife of saying something public like Giselle did about Tom?
Well, we would have we didn't have a conversation about it, but we would have definitely if that were the case. Certain things are, supposed to be said, but, the concerned wife was talking about, the risks of the job, and, I didn't have an issue with it.
Would you take a concussion?
Unless it turns into a 4-game suspension, then it's an issue.
Would you take a concussion for Brady?
At this stage of my life, no. I've had quite a few myself, and I still have symptoms for the last. I got 2 in 3 days at home, and I had the symptoms. I still have a little lingering symptom, and it's been over a year, so I couldn't do that for Tom. I'd offer up one of my many soldiers to do that for him, though.
Wait, what happened at home that you got a concussion?
Crazy stuff. I had to take the kids' electronics. I put them up in my high shelf, and then I went to jump up and lift it, and I hit my head on a chandelier, and it broke. And I was fine. I didn't really feel any symptoms. And then 3 days later, I was laying in the little Baja shelf for the pool, and my sons came into the pool, and they didn't see me, so I wanted to go sneak up on them. And I went to dive, and it's like a foot deep of water, and then it goes right into the deep end, and I caught the edge of the cliff. So I went in foot of water and then hit my head, the crown of my forehead, right on the concrete. And if I'd have fell in the water, I don't think I would be here today. But I was able to get up, and I didn't even have any blood, but I was, took a good hit. And then I had dinner, took a shower, we watched the movie, I went to bed. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, had to go to the bathroom, and the whole room was spinning. I started vomiting and stuff. And I was able to lay down, finally go back to bed, which I shouldn't have. And then I got up in the morning, and the same thing was happening. So my wife took me to the emergency room, and they said I definitely had a concussion. And then they said if it doesn't, subside in 3 weeks, then go get the MRI or the CAT scan or whatever. And then I did that, and they said I was good. That continued to happen. Then I went to Steve Tisch Concussion Center at UCLA, and the doctor basically did this thing where he kind of released the calcium deposit or something and kind of shook my head and put it in position and then made it spin again. And then after that, I didn't have to spin there. If I'm going to like mark a putt and I stand up really quick, I get like a little dizziness or a little flash. And anyway, so I can't take that one for Tommy. I got to be there for my kids too. But I got many others in line up.
Well,
happy to do it.
Well, we hope to cross paths with you again, and certainly with Elle, too. She was very entertaining. Good luck with the movie. Safe travels as always, and thanks for making time.
You're the best, buddy. Thanks, Dan.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
That's Mark Wahlberg.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.